Hello, welcome to A Good Walk Spoiled.
Today we're going to be playing Top Trumps, something that neither of us have done in about 15 years.
That's right, but we picked up this rather fabulous, archaeologically themed game. Ancient Egypt, Tutankhamun and the Golden Age of the Pharaohs.
Game on!
Right, this is our first ever unboxing.
Well, in the script this is called the unboxing, but actually it's really the de-cellophaning, would you say?
Right, yeah.
Because Ross has already unboxed it.
I've already got rid of the box, so what we've got left is this beautifully cellophane wrapped pack of cards.
They don't smell. They don't have the new card smell.
I'll do a quick shuffle.
Shuffle them out. This title card was casually discarded by Evans. But first of all, I see there's a number of problems around here.
There is. Let's bring up the chronology of ancient Egypt. It's divided into 32 pharaohic dynasties, which span across 9 different periods of time. Tutankhamun was reigning during the 18th dynasty, the New Kingdom, which is a time when Egypt really was at the peak of its power, the Golden Age, hence the Golden Age of the Pharaohs. But the pyramids behind him come from the Old Kingdom, also known as the Age of the Pyramids, which you can see on this chart. If you've got a New Kingdom pharaoh, Tutankhamun, in front of some very old pyramids, you know. Okay, so what? Basically, to cut a long story short, this is massively anachronistic. There's about 1,000 years difference between these two. I think what that is brand ancient Egypt. So now we've explained the chronology. Now we've taken the fun out of the game. Should we have a go?
Yes, let's go. Well, surely it's more fun than that conversation. There's a lot of gods, isn't there? Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, brilliant. That's a brilliant one. That's a brilliant one.
Let's,
oh, yes! Oh, yes! Yes, this is great fun.
Each card has got 5 different categories, which you then compare. And the card with the winning statistic is then handed over to the other person.
When you say winning, the one that's got the higher number, basically. Is that correct?
I believe that to be the case, yes. But if we look at the
we'll find out, shall we?
Well, if we look at the 5 different categories, we've got age, height in centimetres, beauty, ingenuity, and mystique. What's your first card?
Well, can I, before you start that, beauty. Yeah. As we know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. That's right. A lot of these are quite subjective. Yeah. So who's come up with these stats?
I would say age and height. You can't really have an argument about it, can you?
No one's attributing authorship to these cards. So
anyway, what's your first card?
Mine is the wonderful Nile. Right. Age NA. Apparently, it doesn't matter.
Well, I'd say it is applicable, wouldn't you? Height, height's at 182,800 centimetres. What does that mean? Height?
The drop from top to bottom. From the top of wherever it originates.
From its source? From its source. Lake Victoria? Down to the Nile Delta?
We need Dr. Livingston. Carry on.
He can work it out for us.
Let's ask him.
Down to the bottom. That sounds about right. Maybe a 2,000 metre drop, roughly, from the source.
Yeah, a 2 kilometre drop.
We're guessing, of course.
No, does that sound right though?
Yeah, probably.
A 2 kilometre drop.
Beauty is 75. Ingenuity is also not applicable. Mystique 8. I suppose it's not that mystical, is it? But now that I know your card, I'll play Mystique Phil 19, the Great Pyramid.
Mystique 8.
Thank you very much. The Sphynx.
Don't I get to look at these cards?
No, one at a time.
Are you sure? Oh, right, okay.
Did you have a childhood?
Not playing this
Okay, the Sphynx, age 4,505 years.
Oh, well, I've gone Papyrus, or should I say Papyrus, no, it's Papyrus, at 6,000.
Wow.
Have some of that.
That's a pretty good card, isn't it?
Hand them over.
Okay, so now it's your go.
Okay, for the viewers at home.
Yep.
I've gone for Howard Carter. Well, I haven't gone for it in the the next in line.
Lady Luck is giving you Howard Carter.
She has.
Well, I've got Amenhotep II. So, what are you going to choose?
I'm going to go for...
Go with Beauty. We play Beauty.
I'm not going to play Beauty.
Well, mine's pretty
Who have you gone for? You've gone for Amenhotep...
Amenhotep II.
The Pharaoh?
Yes.
Well, I'm definitely going to go for, then, height. Which I'm rocking in at 190 centimetres. Well, and you're rocking in at...
80.
Yes.
Just a point of order, I think when it says the height is 80 centimetres, I think it's this statue they're talking about, not... I can't believe that Amenhotep... I'm sure he was shorter than people are today, but I can't believe he was 80 centimetres tall. I mean, that's...
I have no idea.
Do you not see the film Amenhotep II?
No.
No? They got Ronnie Corbett to play him, so... Anyway.
Oh, maybe I can clarify for you, Ross. There's a little bit of information on every card about the various places or people. 7th pharaoh of the 18th dynasty, Amenhotep II, reigned for nearly 30 years. And an inscription was found declaring that he could row his ship faster than 200 sailors. Wow. At just 80 centimetres too? No, it's not true. It is thought that his statue guarded the burial chamber of Amenhotep II, as it was discovered in his tomb, and it was that statue that you just...
The 80 centimetres
lost
statue.
To me.
Yes.
So, there we go.
Okay.
Next one?
Yep.
I'm not going to show you. That's how the game's played correctly, is it?
Yes.
I'm not going to, so, for the viewers... This is my next card.
I'm not looking.
At random. Ross hasn't seen that. Okay. What should we go for?
Age. What?
I'm going for Mystique.
Okay.
19.
7.
Oh. Who have you got?
I've got the wooden cow. Wooden cow, yeah. Of course, had a lucrative deal with a cheese manufacturer in ancient Egypt. No, the wooden cow was one of the regal treasures that protected the dead Amenhotep II again.
Ah.
So there we are. This is wonderful for many reasons. It's the curse, referring, of course, to the curse of Tutankhamun, which was said to affect a number of people after they opened his tomb and his sarcophagus. And rumours started to spread of the curse after Lord Carnarvon, who was the person who funded the expedition to find Tutankhamun's tomb and excavate the tomb, after he died. And do you know how he died?
How did he die?
He was bitten by a mosquito, cut it while shaving, and then the cut was infected, and he died of blood poisoning. And I've actually, yesterday morning, cut myself while shaving it was an accident, but it's now turned out to be an homage to Lord Carnarvon.
Well, an homage, we don't know if it's the curse resurfacing, do we?
Good point. After Carnarvon died, about 4 months after they opened the tomb, there was a big media frenzy, which was fuelled in part by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Portsmouth's great goalkeeper.
He played in goal for Portsmouth, yeah, but he's more famous for writing Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, really? I only know for his football.
He fueled speculation by saying that supernatural forces had killed Lord Carnarvon. I've actually got a copy of the front page of the News of the World from April the 8th, 1923.
News of the World?
Yeah.
Can we see that?
And I don't know if you can see that. Lord Carnarvon dead, huntsman who became great Egyptologist, killed by a mosquito bite. So that's what a media frenzy looks like in 1923. That rather boring section of writing there. Yeah. But what's most interesting about this is this section here, which is labelled Superstition of the Ancients Recalled. And I'll read a bit for you.
Please.
It would not be beyond the bounds of belief that the spirit of the dead king, or of some other soul who resented interference with his tomb, should animate some insect with poisonous revenge. The News of the World ain't beating around the bush. They're saying that
pulling the punches.
They're saying that the mosquito was cursed.
Okay. Of course, that publication now disbanded.
Of the 58 people who entered Tutankhamun's tomb and were present when the sarcophagus opened.
Yes.
Only 8 of them died within 12 years of that happening. So
it's almost like it's completely made up nonsense. Is that what you're suggesting?
It's poppycock. But how about this? During the height of the frenzy, none other than Mussolini, who had a mummy in his...
Well, we've all got a mummy.
He had an ancient Egyptian mummy on display. Removed it from his palace.
Oh, because he felt
he was so superstitious that it would kill him. So scared he was of the curse.
Yeah.
Shouldn't believe everything you read.
No, he did.
Yeah.
And he ended up upside down on a lamppost.
That's not going in. Right,
That's definitely going in. For everybody at home, this is my next card. Let me see. There we go. I've gone for that.
Go on.
I'm going to say ingenuity at 132.
What? I thought it was out of 100.
It is.
I thought I was doing well because I've got 77 with this canopic coffernet.
Oh.
One of the storage vessels for the internal organs during mummification. What is your card?
Mine is the Book of the Dead.
Oh, wow. Very impressive. Please. Okay.
Could be in trouble again here, Roscoe. I'm going to go for ingenuity again, I think.
Right.
At 140.
Nefertiti. Ingenuity, a mere 44.
Oh, dear.
So ingenuity, you win yet again. What was your card, by the way?
My card was...
I'm not going to trust you unless I actually...
The Mummy.
Oh, wow. Just hang on, what's the beauty on that?
2.
And what's mine for Nefertiti?
That's a little unfair. 72. Look at that. That's not really fair, is it? On standard ideas of beauty, there's only one winner there.
If this was ancient Egyptian Tinder, I know which one I'd be swiping left. Or right, I don't know which way it is. Which way do you swipe for? Good or bad?
Don't know, never been on it. Nefertiti was the wife of Akhenaten, but crucially not the mother of Tutankhamun. So Akhenaten was the father of Tutankhamun, but Nefertiti was another one of his wives. Tutankhamun's mother was probably Akhenaten's sister, and she's simply referred to in the Valley of the Kings, where her mummy was found, as the younger lady.
So Tutankhamun's parents are brother and sister?
Correct. And also, on that note of inbreededness, he went on to marry his half-sister.
Well, okay, right, blimey.
Let's have jokes about keeping it in the family and all that. But
well, that must have made Christmas quite difficult.
Well, you say that. Well, cheap, I'd say. Because because Tutankhamun's mother is also his auntie, so he has to send one card. Brilliant. And that picture there is of a very famous bust that can be found in the Berlin Museum.
There was some conjecture that it was fake, wasn't there? But yeah. They dated the dyes on the outside. They haven't dated the material inside, but the paint on the outside is definitely ancient.
This is my next one for all of you at home. And I'm going to go for age.
Okay.
3,555 years.
Oh, 3,335 for this.
What have you gone for?
Beautiful cosmetic jar.
Bad luck, unfortunate.
I've got to get a break soon. I'm down to my final card.
And I'm going to go for...
He's dragging this out.
Mystique. 13.
Oh. 12. It's complete fit.
Look at that! That's bad luck.
That's the end of the game.
That is bad luck.
What's your favourite card?
This card. Well,
that one.
That card there is my favourite card.
The winning card?
The winning card. Akhenaten the Pharaoh. Akhenaten was thought to be the father of Tutankhamun, and he reigned for 17 years in the 18th dynasty. He was originally called Amenhotep IV, but he changed his name to Akhenaten in the 5th year of his reign. And he didn't stop with just his name. He changed ancient Egypt's centuries-old religion from a polytheistic religion to a monotheistic religion.
So they were worshipping many gods and then they worshipped just one?
Just one, Aten, the sun disk. He constructed a new capital city at Amarna, which was constructed from scratch. And at the same time, he decorated all the buildings with a new style of art, where kings and queens were depicted with elongated heads and protruding stomachs.
Beer bellies.
They do look like beer bellies. They have a very thin waist with it's almost a Kardashian-esque physique. An exaggerated stomach and rear.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of those properties has now become very popular.
Yeah. After Akhenaten's death, the massive social and religious changes that he made were quickly reversed by Tutankhamun. He moved the capital city from Amarna back to Thebes.
Just abandoned it?
Yep.
Yeah.
And many of the buildings that he made during that time were disassembled, taken down, and the stone used elsewhere. He was struck off all the kings' lists, all the names of the kings in chronological order. His name was taken off, effectively being written out of history. And it wasn't until the 19th century that he was rediscovered. Anyway, that's Akhenaten.
Here's another one of my favourite cards. Cleopatra's Needle. There's 3 of these obelisks. This one was originally made for Tutmosis III during the 18th dynasty. Then Ramesses II put some inscriptions on it about 200 years later. And then Cleopatra moved it to Alexandria in 12 BC. That's when the Romans were ruling over Egypt.
Okay.
So that's it spans quite a history.
Yeah.
And it's important to remember that when you talk about ancient Egypt, the time period is so vast that Cleopatra ruled at a time closer to the moon landings than the construction of the pyramids of Giza. We're back to the title card, these pyramids. So there we are. So it's quite an incredible period of time. I'll put the cards back in the pack.
Okay.
I think that's the end of the game. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'll see you back here for a rematch, but using some top trumps, this time from ancient Greece.
Ooh!
So that's the next thing we'll be doing. Anyway, that's all we have time for on A Good Book Spoiled.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.